Can other people tell that you have dissociative identity disorder?
No, actually, that's why it's so hard to come forward and talk about it. But it's a hidden disorder, like the media, they make it out to be this, these switches that are so drastic and so different and all of that stuff, but it's really hidden. About 6% of people with DID have florid switches. And so no one really knows, like the people that are closest to me, my close friend and, a couple other people, they know, they can tell the difference. But with most everybody else, no one can tell. And I like to keep it, that way.
Sure, of course. And you refer to these alternate personalities as your alters. Maybe that's how other people with this disorder refer to them as well. Are these distinct personalities, or are they simply fluctuations in mood?
Well, I don't usually use the term personalities. They're all parts of me. And so it's all me. It's just, they're a lot more separated than everybody else. Everybody has parts, your work self, your home self, all of that stuff. It's just with DID, they're just more separated. But it's definitely their own, they're their own people, if that makes sense. Like I notice, they have their own thoughts, they have their own affects, they have their own behavior, they have their own body posture when I'm sitting in therapy.
Huh.
So they're definitely their own person.
Do they have their own names, or did they present themselves as having their own names, or have you named them? I say you as if you're outside that.
A couple of them have names. I mean, most of them have names now, but a couple of them I named or name. A few of them that we don't really know very much about, I guess, don't have names as far as I know, but a lot of them do.
And you mentioned that there are sometimes different postures that go along with it. Also tones of voice or other characteristics?
Tones of voice. And right when I was diagnosed, I went back and looked at, because I'm a writer, and so I write all the time, and I have kept journals since I could put pen to paper. And I went through all my notebooks and looked at all my journals, and I noticed completely different handwriting with each part, and it was consistent with the part. And so I would highlight, and I would, trying to get to know myself, get to know the different parts of me.
Wow, interesting. And what do you, are there other physical differences that you notice between the parts? We've mentioned posture, handwriting,
yes,
voice tone.
Yeah, so a couple of the things that I've noticed that are bigger things are with one of my parts, with Madison, she doesn't need glasses. And so when I switch to that part, like everything is, like my therapist has told me I've had to take off my glasses because it's too fuzzy and blurry. And so then I can see fine, but then when I switch back, I have to put them back on because I need them. And so that's a big physical difference.
Boy, I'll say.